This warm-up class is great if you're working towards a back bend. This is something that you could do every day if you're trying to increase your flexibility of your spine in extension or back bending. Remember when you do this practice to come back to your intention, enjoy it, have fun. If judgment crops up for you, try to put that away. Judgment of ourselves is counterproductive. It doesn't help. So instead, just have fun on your mat. Explore what your body does today in this moment. Find your Ujjayi breath and also play and explore right at that edge. We'll start laying down on our backs with our knees bent, soles of the feet on the mat, and your feet are close enough towards your pelvis that you might be able to tickle the back of the heel. Again, this is just a guide point as a starting off point. If you can't quite touch the heel, that's fine, and once we lift up, you might adjust anyways. It's just a good kind of starting off reference point. Feet and knees are hip width apart. Anchor down into all four corners of your foot and start to find the audible Ujjayi breath, breathing in and out through the nose, light contraction at the back of your throat. As you do this, see if you can find Mula Bandha engagement. So to do that, imagine you're squeezing a block in between your inner thighs. Then feel that energy activation come up as if you're pulling your inner thighs up and in towards your belly button. The pelvic floor is pulling in. You're drawing the lower belly in towards your spine, activating the waist all the way around. The belly does still move a little bit with the breath. We're not squeezing that activation so much that we can't breathe, but it is engaged throughout the inhale and the exhale. You'll probably feel the engagement a little bit more on the exhale. Think about this Mula Bandha engagement on a scale of 1 to 10, kind of like a 5 here, maybe a 6. So in a moment, we're going to do what's called a flowing bridge. We'll be lifting the spine and the pelvis up and down. But when we do this, we want to move the spine one vertebra at a time. So go ahead and take your arms up over your head. Bring the backs of the hands to touch the mat and try to soften through the shoulders for a moment. And then on your next exhale, draw the belly in, press your lower back into the mat, and just tuck your tailbone up. So your tailbone is not on the floor, but your lower back is. Your lower back is pressed into the mat. You're drawing the belly in. This takes a lot of activation through the belly. Keep that as you push down into your feet and start to lift your spine one vertebra at a time. So keep the tailbone tucked as you start to slowly lift up one vertebra at a time. Don't rush this. And as you lift a little bit higher, slowly, your pelvis won't be tucked as much. As you lift the pelvis, the tailbone will start to point towards the knees a little bit more. You'll lift all the way up into your bridge. Hold here for just a few breaths. Think about lengthening your tailbone away from the crown of your head. And in a moment, when we lower, we're going to lower very slowly again. And I want you to lower one vertebra at a time, starting at the top of your spine and tucking that tailbone again. So on your exhale, lower from the top of your spine, one vertebra down, and tuck your tailbone as much as you can. Keep drawing the belly in. Find that Mula Bandha engagement. Lower very slowly, one vertebra at a time. Your tailbone is tucked. The lower back will hit the mat before your tailbone. Lower back hits the mat, you're back in a tucked position, and then you'll release and the tailbone will come down to the mat. Imagine your spine is like a string of pearls. And when you pull it up, you're lifting one pearl at a time, and when you lower down, you're imprinting those pearls down one at a time, as if you're imprinting the pearls into wet sand. So you do this a few more times at your own pace. When you exhale, you draw the belly in, press the lower back into the mat, tuck the tailbone up. Keep that tailbone curled up as much as you can as you slowly pull the vertebra up, one pearl at a time. Really working on the flexibility and the mobility of the spine here. And then you exhale to lower as well, starting at the top of the spine. See if you can really push each vertebra down. The tailbone, tuck the tailbone, until the last possible moment. The lower back will hit the mat before the tailbone does. Keep going a few more times. And if this feels a little confusing or weird, that's okay. We're just getting to know the body, how the body moves. We're exploring new patterns. Just play with it a couple of times. Feel your body, maybe close your eyes. Still working on all of that. Start to add the arms a little bit. So wherever you are, When you exhale to lower the spine and the pelvis, the hands will come back down by your pelvis, palms turn down. When you lift up, the arms will go up over your head, backs of the hands to touch the mat. And again, you're going very, very, very slow, so don't rush it. I showed that a little bit faster just to show you the arms. You exhale to tuck the tailbone and lift up. You also exhale to tuck the tailbone and lower down. After your last one, take your time, there's no rush. Whenever you're done with the last one, we'll bring our knees into chest, hands to knees or shins, and just a gentle rock side to side. We're going to do some core work here because for back bends, we need a strong core. We need to be able to activate the waist all the way around to support the lower back and stabilize it. A little bit of work here. Take the hands behind the head, elbows wide. Take your legs up towards the sky. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, draw the belly in and curl your shoulder blades. Now exhale again, draw the belly in and lift your tailbone up. Exhale again, draw the belly in and lift everything up, and then slowly release down. Take an inhale. Exhale, belly in, curl the shoulders up. Exhale, belly in, curl the tailbone up. Exhale, belly in, curl everything up. Slowly lower with control. Take it in. Exhale, belly in, lift the shoulders up. Exhale, belly in, lift the tailbone up. Exhale, belly in, lift everything up. Control it down. Take a smooth inhale. Exhale, belly in, shoulders up. Exhale, belly in, tailbone up. Exhale, belly in, lift everything up. Inhale, control it down. Exhale, belly in, curl shoulders up. Exhale, belly in, curl tailbone up. Exhale, belly in, lift everything up. And slowly control it back down. Two more just like this. Exhale, belly in, lift the shoulders. Exhale, belly in, lift the tailbone. Exhale, belly in, lift everything up. Control down and in. Once more. Exhale, belly in, shoulders up. Exhale, belly in, tailbone up. Exhale, belly in, lift everything up. And then slowly release it. Take your arms up over your head. Option to bend your knees here to make this less intense. Legs can also stay straight up. If you can breathe comfortably throughout this and your core feels strong, you can lower the legs a little bit. Set of the hundreds. Deep inhale here. Exhale, belly in, curl your shoulders up. Pulsing the arms as you inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. 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 Exhale, pull the belly in. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3. Once more. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3. And release. Hug the knees in. Give it a little gentle rock. And then take your hands behind the thighs, round the spine, and begin to rock it forward and back a few times. Either rocking all the way up to standing, or swinging your legs around behind you and coming up to standing. We need core strength to do a healthy back bend, but also we need flexibility through the belly. And as we know, if we work the muscle first and then stretch it, it will actually open up for us a little bit more. So now we're gonna stretch the belly. Standing at the top of your mat, power down into your feet. Find your audible Ujjayi breath. Try to feel Mula, Bandha. Push down into the feet, squeeze the imaginary block. Feel that energy come up your inner thighs, up into the pelvic floor, all the way up into the belly, and activate all the way around like a big corset. Push down into the feet, and on your inhale, arms reach to sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. So plant your hands, step back to plank, and hold here. Again, strengthening through that core. Option, of course, to lower knees to mat, especially if this is bothering your lower back. Hands are slightly wider than the shoulders. Spread your fingers wide. Keep drawing your lower belly in, and if your legs are straight, lengthen your tailbone back towards your heels and straighten your legs 1 more millimeter. Then pressing into the knuckles, lift the hips up and back as you exhale, downward facing dog. On the next inhale, ripple forward to your plank. Exhale, option to lower knees to mat. Slowly lower all the way down to your belly. Draw the belly in, lengthen your tailbone back, and then on the inhale, reach the crown of the head away from the tailbone and lift up, Cobra. Exhale to lower chest back to mat. Inhale, reach the heart forward and up, Cobra. Exhale to lower. Once more, full inhale and full exhale.
Fuck, I ran, I hit the dealer. Serving coke for I pass, I don't need her. But don't call Peter. Like the Griffins with the lowest with the Peter. At the posse be smoking gasolina.